everybody, and welcome to the Scott Show, and this is the 435 Politics Show. We're talking about what's going on in the world of politics. I'm actually right now looking at the budget cuts in the Republican budget over 10 years as it has to deal with homelessness and poverty. And folks, it's a scary looking budget. For the next 10 years, they're going to cut almost $1 trillion out of Medicaid, $473 billion out of Medicare, $653 billion out of SNAP, SSI, and all that other stuff, $800 billion out of non-defense discretionary budget, but they're also cutting $853,000 out of war spending. So that is just an insane amount of money that's getting cut. But that's just one thing, and the House has passed this budget. It now goes to a committee, and where they talk about it, and then the House and the Senate will debate on what to do next. So the game is not over yet, folks, but they do have a lot of work to do in Congress. Let's hope they actually do their work and figure out a better way to balance the budget than on the backs of the already impoverished and poor. And like I said, this is the 435 Politics channel. It's called the 435 because there are that many House of Representative members. And folks, we need to get them all on the line here and just say, hey, what are you guys doing for people in need? And what are you doing for the middle class? The rich are getting richer. We all know this. So we need to make sure that we are getting our representatives and saying, hey, what are you doing? Now, here in the 8th Congressional District here in Minnesota, we have a challenger now for the DFL primary. The convention, at least, will happen. And we also have a Republican who they're looking at very highly in Washington. So there's going to be a lot of changes. We already have Senator Jeff Flake, who's out. Bob Corker, who's out. Orrin Hatch is now out. It looks like Mitt Romney's going to run for his seat. So we're going to have a different Congress for Trump to deal with for the last 2 years of his first term. And I only say that because he does have the right to run for a second term. But I know a lot of people who are not going to be supporting him. But he already won once. So, I mean, what's that to say, folks? Truthfully, that's just kind of the way it goes. And it's been a very interesting week in politics. A lot of talk about Russia. As there has been a lot of talk about Russia since, November. And guess what? It's almost November again. So I wish they would just stop talking about Russia. I don't really care about the election results anymore. I care about what happens with the results of this country. I don't know why we're currently just still living in the past, and I just don't get it. So, country, do something else other than talk about Russia and the election. Just deal with it. He's been our president for a year already. I know some people have some really sour grapes on this. I get that, but we have much more fish to fry than what we have to deal with. Now, there's discussion on pipelines. There's discussion on ways to conserve energy. There's a global warming discussion, the Paris Accord. I mean, there's all these other things. But yet we want to deal with how the president got elected. It's almost the same thing as we're dealing with Harvey Weinstein. Even though we knew he's a bad guy, we know he's a bad guy. Let all the women who want to sue him, I don't want to see it on my TV anymore. I don't really care. So let's go to the politics realm of let's care about what we're talking about and move forward, because that's what we need to do. That's exactly what we need to do. Now, the House of Representatives, when they passed this budget, which nobody's talking about, by the way, everybody's talking about Russia. The vote was 216 to 212. 20 Republicans joined the Democrats. All the Democrats voted against it. Now, Democrats passed a bill even though the opposition of the party, the 20 Republicans, didn't vote against it, they were mad about a plan to eliminate the popular state and local tax deduction. It is called SALT, as a little quick name for it. It's called SALT, and the tax reform work like they're trying to set up didn't exactly work out the way they wanted it to, and that was the issue. So these 20 Republicans decided, hey, I'm not liking this, and voted with the Democrats on this level. And folks, that's cool that we have different people. 435 people are not always going to vote and think the same way. And I'm amazed how many people think that they do. Because sometimes, unfortunately, they do, and that's just the way life is. But they don't always, and we got to live with that. That's just kind of the way it goes in politics. Now, here in Minnesota, we have our state elections coming up, and it is going to be very interesting to see what happens next. We have our local elections for city council and school board, as we will have one new school board member altogether. And folks, I got to tell you, politics is local. A very, very famous quote, politics is local. And so when you're dealing with your city council, when you're dealing with your school board, all politics is local. And hopefully we'll get some good people in there. Now, when I am talking about all the different stuff that's going on in politics, and here I'm on CNN, and they're talking about the Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, none of that matters anymore. The House Republicans opened up 2 separate investigations over alleged wrongdoing in the Obama administration. The past is the past. It boggles my mind where we go as a nation that we would actually give a damn about what happened in the past and not move on to what's going on. I mean, we have North Korea knocking on our door saying, we're going to blow you guys up. And yet nobody cares at this point. And it's kind of sucky. I mean, it's really kind of a terrible deal that we got going on. So that's just me kind of complaining about what's going on. And the fact that it's been a year already. It's annoying as hell. And I'm just saying, folks, it's not anything I am interested in. I will talk about what's going on with the Senate and the House. Upcoming races, they're going to be super important. We have some great candidates that are running. In Minnesota, like I said, we have the 8th Congressional District. It's looking very close. We have a governor's race here in Minnesota. There's one in Virginia, and there's one in New Jersey this year for the governor. I mean, there's amazing things happening that we should care about. We should move on and move forward and make sure Russia doesn't do it again. We have 3 more years of this president, like it or not, even though I think a lot of people are thinking that they're going to get Pence, and who knows if they do get Pence. But we need to look forward. So my message to everybody now is to look forward. And Steve Bannon isn't in the White House anymore. Thank the good Lord. I'm not a huge fan of Steve Bannon. I'm just not. I don't see the appeal of what he has to say. The whole drain the swamp thing, he didn't help with that at all. He only made it worse. And I gotta give my politics guy of the week. Maybe we'll start this politics guy of the week. I gotta give it up to General John Kelly. The guy he knows what he's doing, and I think he's running the White House very well. And yeah, I'm gonna give him my politics guy of the week. And by the way, I'm also very tired of hearing about this representative from Florida who wants to argue about a call that Trump made. And I don't get why I don't understand, again, why this is a big deal when we have so many other things we're dealing with as a country. So we need to move forward, onward, upward, and shake the problems that we have as a country and fix them. And we can't do that without getting on the ball a little bit and doing the good work of the people. So I urge you guys today to get involved some way, shape, or form with what you guys are doing. And that's my message to you guys. And I hope that we take advantage of that and get involved. And hopefully we get some people listening to the show who want to run for office, because that would be really super cool. I do plan on doing something in my future with politics. I'm not going to make any promises or any announcements here yet at all. So, a big shout out to the good people that do want to make announcements and run for office. Hey, go for it. It's probably the best thing you can do. I'm running miles now, not for office just yet. So, you guys have fun here on the 435 Politics Show. We're going to be doing a lot more politics stuff. We would love some topics if people want to throw them out there. I'd love to hear you guys. And big shout out to all of our great listeners here on the Politics Show. You can like, share, subscribe. You can download all our stuff here at 102550.net, tinyurl.com/102550 on YouTube, speaker.com/The Scott Show. And you can check out the networks all on 102550.net/The Scott Show. Make it happen, folks, and we'll see you real soon.